competitiveness, competitive maturity by the team, coming off of a 5-set loss last night at Penn State, and I think playing a solid enough match to beat a very good Ohio State team. We knew coming out of the intermission that they were going to upgrade their serving, which they did. We knew that they were just going to try to go lights out on their left side, which they did. We had to manage that, as well as just put us in some precarious positions as far as just doing some off-speed shots. And we were able to correct that in the 4th set and got some really nice performances out of a lot of personnel. And obviously, I think these two sophomores really anchored us offensively.
It seemed that Ohio State got a lot better after the intermission and kept getting better in the 3rd, 4th sets. How did you counter that?
Well, they switched their middles. I don't know if you noticed that, but they switched their middles, so they had some different matchups that they wanted. We didn't want to switch anything as far as who we wanted to be matched up on didn't change with that. But we had to get a little bit better at serving, I think, in the 4th set from the 3rd set, starting to reduce some of the errors, but also be effective with it, as well as manage the plays that are block touched or that were easy to touch that we should convert into kills. And we expanded, Kelly's still learning the setting role and her offensive options and when to use them, and she's getting better at it, and I thought that was the difference between the 3rd set and the 4th set, that she distributed the ball better to the people who needed to get the ball at that time.
How would you evaluate the serving tonight?
How would I evaluate it?
Yeah.
I thought it was good. I expected it wasn't going to be as solid as last night, but I think we got into some runs. I didn't like that we ended our runs with our good servers, but I expected that it wasn't going to be as sharp as last night. You have to go with that. You still have to put pressure on the opponent's serve-receive line so that it makes their offense a little bit more predictable and helps out our defense.
You blocked a lot better tonight. Can you talk about that? What changed from last night to tonight with the blocking?
Well, we just blocked better. That was it. We made the adjustments. We could make the same adjustments last night, and Penn State wasn't going to allow us to block them last night. Some of that, and our defense was going to have to clean us up. Tonight, we were better at the net. We know both scouting reports. We knew this scouting report just like we knew last night's scouting report. We just got our hands across the net and held them better, and maybe Ohio State hit into us.
Can you talk about the last set? It seemed like it was a struggle to really finish them off. They really came with a flurry. What was happening in those last couple of points?
I think we got tight. I'm never a big believer that you get a big lead even in rally scoring and you're going to win it for sure. I always think a team could come back, and I thought, everyone knew, in the universe the ball was probably going to go to Ashley Whitman, and they were just going to camp on her, and we tried to stream it through to Ari, and they were able to dig it, and Ohio State turned up their digging, and we got a little tight, and I think we forced some things when we didn't need to force it, and we had to take a couple of timeouts to settle us down, but that's what it is.
Ashley, obviously another big night for you. Do you feel like a different player now than you did earlier in the season?
Well, yeah, definitely. I think I've improved on my personal game and trying to add to the team in any way that I possibly can. Just be more of a teammate, cheering wide on the court. Overall, I think I've improved on each of my skills, and I just need to continue to get better so that I can help my team out.
Your passing was especially better tonight. Is that something you've been working on?
Yeah, definitely. There's 3 of us passing all the time, and all we do in practice, that's what we do. We pass, and it's frustrating at times, but I think it only helps us and makes us better in the games, which has been showing up in the last couple matches.
Tori, can you talk about how the blocking was more effective tonight? You and Kelly got going quite a bit there.
Yeah, I think we just really focused on it. We had a lot of good calls from our excellent coaches, just yelling at us to be over and be in their space for a long period of time. So I think that was just, we kind of followed through with the game plan, so that's what it was.
And offensively, it seemed that you and Kelly were connecting a little bit better tonight as well.
It takes time. We're developing a connection. It's still getting better. It'll continue to get better.
Coach, can you just evaluate this weekend as a whole coming out with the split?
I think if you'd ask the team, this is what they predicted and not necessarily what they wanted. I think they all wanted to win against Penn State. I think we're starting to play really good team volleyball, cleaning up our side of the net, making the easy plays easy, converting good touches on defense into kills, as well as really figuring some tough stuff out on the court. I remember Harms covering a ball today over by on the left side, and she's really a right side, but took a swing at him. There's some neat stuff going on out there that the team works on in practice that we harp on them about and they're responding to. It's a good step for us right now at this time of season.
Is this the best you've been all season?
No,
When was the best?
it's been in practice.
In terms of match play, I guess, where does this?
Oh, we've been good. I thought, some of our best, cleanest play was against Texas really early on in the season. I think, we were good against Oregon early on in the season for being that early. And I thought we were really good against Northern Iowa. And then, we were really good at Michigan State. There's just been some really good matches where we have, controlled everything about it, and which makes it obviously very comfortable on our side.
Thanks, guys.